You are welcome to Westnos tutorial. Today I was trying a new feature from YouTube, but it didn't work well. So I'm coming live with this link again. I created another link in morning, but I'm not well versed with that feature. So I decided to create this link again, and hopefully you find it later. And if you don't find, I will share the same link in the WhatsApp group as well. So let's go ahead and complete Jane Austen. As you know, we are making notes, and we will complete 50 writers in this series. So, first thing about Jane Austen is the lifespan. You should remember 1775 to 1817, and here you will have the good reasoning point. You can take reasoning from here 1817, and you should remember. Okay, 1817. So Jane Austen, 1817. This will be easy for you to remember. All right. Now let's go ahead and some her first published works were issued anonymously. So most of the works were anonymously, and Scott praises her work in the Quarterly Review in 1850. Scott has written a quotation, so I will write down that quotation because sometimes quotations are asked. So I'm writing here that exquisite touch, that exquisite touch, and quotations, at least two, one or two quotations from all the writers you should know, which renders ordinary, which renders ordinary. And this quotation is written by Scott. Commonplace things. You can write down with me. You can have your notebook and pen, and you can note down things and characters interesting. So this is said by Scott, and for whom it was spoken to Jane Austen. Okay, so it was by Scott. You should remember. First work by the writer is Pride and Prejudice. We will discuss this one. So first work is Pride and Prejudice. I'll suggest you to watch a complete movie on YouTube. You can find out this Pride and Prejudice. 1796 to 1797. You should remember 1796 to 1797. Okay, so two, three things you have forgot from the writer, and it got published. Means this was written in between this year, but first got published in 1813. It got first published in 1813. You should remember it was originally a youthful work entitled First Impression. And next, subtitles. As I have already given you, the 100 pages file. Now it is 200 pages file, in which I have given you subtitles. So first it was, the given titles like First Impression. The questions can be asked from this point. This was its title, all right? It was the second title, you can say, or first title, you can say. First, it was titled First Impressions, refused by Cadell, a London publisher, in 1797. And so there was a publisher, Cadell, who refused this. Okay, it was a publication, should remember publication, and he refused it. And now you know that it is a very famous work by Jane Austen. Next is Jane Austen regarded Elizabeth Bennet as her favorite among all heroines. And the character Elizabeth Bennet. So she is the best, she considers her favorite heroine, okay? The best heroine, you can say, best heroine by Jane Austen. Okay, so she considers. So Pride and Prejudice, you should remember that first got published in 1830, and the name of this book was First Impression, and Cadell was the publication who refused this work. And second is Elizabeth Bennet. From this work, particular work, you should remember all these background details, and you can do good in your exam. Now, the second work by Jane Austen, we have to discuss it, Sense and Sensibility. Second one, Sense and Sensibility. This one, 1797 to 1798. And you should remember that it got published, first got published in 1811. 1811. And next is, and as we know that these works are going like 1813, 1811, so you can make a series later, 11, 13, in this way. Okay, 14. Grew from a sketch entitled Eleanor and Marian. So there was a sketch she got, impressed with or influenced with Eleanor and Marian. So such background questions can be tough to answer when we don't know. And so this was a sketch by someone, and this sketch motivated her to write down this work. Okay, motivated her to write down this work. So you should remember Eleanor and Marian. Next is revised in 1797, 98, and again in 1800 and 09, and then it got published finally in 1811. Now, next work we are going to do is Northanger Abbey. So you can make notes with me, and then later you can remember all these. Northanger Abbey, 1798. So these are the novels she wrote, Jane Austen, and began in 1798, sold to publisher in 1803, but not published until 1818. So first got published in 1818. Okay, and it got published posthumously. Sometimes questions are asked like this. Okay, posthumously in 1818 with Persuasions. Persuasion is another work she published later. Parodied the genre of the Gothic novel, and this is the parody. Let me write down here. It you should know that it parodied which genre? Gothic novel. Gothic novel. Now we are going for the next work. Next work we will take is not Mansfield Park. Mansfield Park, 1811 to 1813. But you don't need to remember all these. Just remember the publication date if you are preparing for TGT PGT level. It got published in 1814. 1814. So we have to remember 11, 13, and 14. 11, 13, 14, and 18. in case we are learning Jane Austen's work. Okay, so we can write down the like if we are just practicing. So 11, 13, 14, and 18. These are the dates, years you should remember. Now, after Mansfield Park, the another important work is Emma, and this got published in written in 1815, but got published in 1816. 1816, it got published. You can write down here like published and published in this way. And Jane Austen's most accomplished work. So this work, Emma, is considered the most successful, you can say, or most accomplished work. All right. So five works we have done. The next work we will remember is Persuasion. Persuasion is the work, and it got published later. And as I told you, in 1818, the another work, Northanger Abbey. This work got published, and it got published with the same work, Persuasion. Okay, and these are published posthumously. Both are means after death. These works were published, and at least we can remember these details. Next work is important work because sometimes such questions are asked. Sedition. The next seventh work I'm writing here, just beside this. Okay, let me write down here. I will write down here the short trick. Okay, seventh work is sedition. Sedition, and this is unfinished work. And questions are asked like which work is unfinished, and you will be given some of these works. Now, if we try to remember all these works like Pride and Prejudice and Sensibility, Northanger Abbey, and Mansfield Park, Emma, and Persuasion, and Sedition. So if we want to create a short trick to remember these all, because as you can see, M and P. Okay, so M, N, and P. M and P, you can take the words M and P, or even you can make men word with that if you are just trying to, and then S and S we are taking, okay, the words. So M and P, and you have, P twice, S twice. So here, if you want to remember all the works, you can add M and P, and again P and SS. So simple trick to remember all the works. You can do that with Mansfield Park. You have here Mansfield Park. M stands for Mansfield Park. N stands for Northanger Abbey, and P stands for Pride and Prejudice. Then again P for Persuasion, S for Sense and Sensibility, and then last one is Sedition. And Sedition. So this is the short trick for you to remember. With this trick, you can remember all the works by Jane Austen. Sorry. And even if you want to make, the another trick you can make like men, MEN. All right, here men. I have written, men. So MEN, men. M for Mansfield Park. E stands for Emma, and N for Northanger Abbey. Now let's take other, the words. Like now we have to try on pace. Actually, we have to take a pace. We have, created MEN for one. Now we have the letters like P, P, and S, S. So you can just make uh, MEN and PPSS. You can write down simply here. Again, the another short trick you can use this way: men and PPS. If anything comes in your mind, you can write down uh, in comment section, so that we can have idea, we can generate some more ideas. And if you want to make a story type of short trick, you can make even uh, men, pride, Emma, persuasion, and sand, north, and sense. So these are the words you have to create. Like if you want to create short trick, you can say, you can make short trick with the word pride and man and sense and north, okay, and persuade. So you can make some of, even you have sand, okay. So you can make a short trick with these words, and hopefully you have learned now how to create short tricks. I create short tricks live, so that you can learn through my techniques. And if you want to join the group for English literature, you can WhatsApp me. And see you in next video. Till then, goodbye. Take care.